Whoa, it's your world. Yeah, it is your world. And I'm just a squirrel. It is your world. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back to another segment of In My Element with Neila. And you know what? We gonna make Joan come back. Joan been busy though, so I ain't going to say In My Element with Neila and sometimes Joan. Because Joan is really embarking on some stuff. She's really busy. And from what she explained to me, I'm like, Joan, where do you take a moment in the day to do something just for you? Not for your boss, not for the scripts, not for the writings, not for the Well, I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to click it off. Yes. Everybody, thank you for staying on board with me this morning. Listen, I am having an issue with internet. Let me shut this darn thing down. Damn it. It's too early in the morning for this. Okay. Way too early in the morning for this. Look, internet is tweaking. I think they doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know Alonzo. He spoke well and said, "No, it's not them. It's just that." But to me, I think it is them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Alonzo didn't. He didn't climb the poles and do all the connection. Alonzo Whitehead, the author I had on the show 2 weeks ago, he didn't climb the poles and do all the connections and stuff. And a friend of mine who retired from Comcast, which is now Xfinity, used to climb the poles, and he did this for 23 years. And he specifically told me one time, because I had called for service with my Comcast, my internet, and he came to my house. And I was like, what? He's like, girl, you live all the way up there? I said, yeah. He's like, I ain't seen you. I hadn't seen him in years. And so it was good to see him. But it was even better to hear the story he had to tell me about our internet and our provider, and how they surge the internet to other areas. He said, oh, honey, they've been doing that for years. I said, what? He said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, most of the areas that are struggling, he said, they're going to always surge power out of those communities into areas where the money is. I was like, oh, really? So I'm not a person that knows it, electricity and things of that nature like that. I guess I could know it a little bit better if I researched it, but I ain't. You know what? It is what it is, because it's like you still ain't got no control over it. So I don't even waste my energy and time trying to research some crap that I know I ain't got no control over. But just bear with me today. We are having a hell of a time with internet. I was trying to watch Frugal Mama this morning. I just cut her off because I got so sick of the interferences. Hey, Jeannie, good morning. I got so sick of the interferences this morning with Frugal Mama stretching and all. I said, to heck with it. I just did my, because see, when you're trying to keep up and you connected on the internet, and if I'm working out, I need to consistently work out. I ain't got time for stopping and going and touching things and then going back and lifting weights and then stopping and going and touching things and then, oh, where did I leave off at? No, child. I just get into my own groove without the internet. Look, all I need is clock. If I got clock and I got a timer, I'm doing good. And that's all that matters to me, right? That's it. That's all. Everybody, welcome back to another segment of In My Element with Neila. I got to tell you guys, I am talking to you all from my phone. From my phone. And it's so, I look so little right now. But I've been trying to get connected with the internet. I've also been trying to get connected. I can't get YouTube. I can't do anything. Hey, Debbie Massa, how are you? I'm glad you're here this morning joining us. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Amma, Bobby, good morning, everybody. Hey, I hope all you all had a beautiful Easter weekend. I know I did. I had a wonderful time. And you know what? It's not bad. Yeah, you know what? I'm a single woman. And it's okay. It's okay. Because you know what? I can get into me. I can get into me. Well, let me tell you why it's okay. Because not only that, it's a lot of women, and I know, that are single in their 40s and in their 50s, and they feel like, oh my God, I think life is over for me. And I got so much. And then you just give up. Don't give up, ladies. Don't give up. Life is still out there for you. If you're still breathing and you're still 6 feet above ground, listen, life is for you. Love is for you, but you got to know love is for you. I know love is for me. There is someone that God is preparing right now as well for me, as well as me for them. Because you know what? It don't take just one person to be prepared. It takes both people to be prepared. So I know God is preparing somebody for me. It ain't like I'm in need of it right now. I got so much going on. It's like, I know that dedicating your time and energies to a relationship takes a lot. And it means you have to get, you're giving a lot of yourself. And sometimes, unless the relationship is balanced, and I mean balanced like both you all understand each other's triumphs and trials and tribulations and dedications and passions and perseverances and push. And if you don't understand that about each other, then you will think that, oh, I'm free, you should have time for me, and vice versa. I'm free, you should have time for me, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily true, because what you do in your time frame is what you do in your time frame. And what I do in my time frame, don't try to judge what I need to be doing or what you think I might be doing or what you think I'm not doing. Because in the course of a day, I do, and I have to say, get a lot done. I can't even, I'd be like freaking out because I get so much done in the course of a day. I was like, wow. And then at the end of the night, you sit back and you say, have your little tea. Or your little drink. This is my lemon cayenne pepper drink. Then my detox. And you might have your little drink and you sit back and you wind down and you say, wow, you go over everything that you did in the course of a day. Or if you like me, I got to get my notes. I got to get my notes on board. I got to write stuff down. If I don't write it down, it ain't gonna never get done. It ain't gonna ever even probably get thought of. I ain't gonna lie, because that's how busy I am in the course of the day. I ain't gonna lie to you. It might not ever get done. But I am let me see here. What what I am having, I don't understand this. That you could be doing all kind of stuff. The internet is really fluctuating right now because it's locking and it's blocking me from doing some things. So bear with me, y'all. I'm getting ready to make this thing work. We gonna make this thing work. God, I need you. I need you to come down here and tell them people at Xfinity that they know they doing us wrong over here on the south side. I need you to go into that Xfinity store and tell them people. As a matter of fact, just pull the roof off the building and then look down in it and tell them, I guarantee you they'll get the message then. What y'all think? He pulled that roof off that building and they look up and he be over that building and he say, look, stop playing games with the people that's paying you. Get their internet connection right. I bet you they'll get it. Bet they'll get it right there. I can't get music for you guys. I can't get anything. This is really crazy to me. I've never experienced this. I've never experienced this in the years of all experienceability. But what I'm going to do is try to get this thing done off of here. Hey, look, we never give up, right? We women never give up. Some men don't either. But I can only speak for women. I can only speak for this woman. I am not a person that just give up. Like, I'll say, okay, forget it. I give up. Nope. I be like, what? Where my gloves at? Put my boxing gloves on. Matter of fact, I don't even need no gloves. No. Matter of fact, if I just think I'm gonna bust my knuckles open, I'm gonna wrap my hands with some bam. Internet, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So that's how that go. I am getting ready to join my hotspot. For some reason, it won't even tell me that my phone is on. Golly, this is really freaking me out. This is really freaking me out. I can't get nothing, y'all. I can't even get my hotspot on my iPad. Oh my God. So guess what? I'm gonna sing to y'all this morning. It's a beautiful morning. Oh, I think I'll go outside. Yeah. I'm gonna stick to my day job. Look, also, wait a minute. I ain't done with the singing since we can't get the music. It's your world. Look. I just add happy because I'm happy. I can't get YouTube. I can't get nothing. I can't get anything to come up. Nothing to come up, y'all. But guess what? I can get you guys to come up. I can get you guys to come up if you come on in, because this is Market Yourself Monday. I know you thought, you probably said, oh, she don't know. She forgetting it is Market Yourself Monday, so people do have to come on board and market themselves. Yes. If you have a product and you have a service, or you have a Facebook page group, or you have a YouTube channel, by all means, come on board and market your channel, your page, your business, or your service. Today is the day. All you got to do is go into the comments and put in the comments, hey, Neila, want to market myself. And once you do, I am going to send you that link, and you can come right on board. And so I'm trying, I want to get some music on though for you guys this morning. Let's talk about this weekend in the meantime while internet is trying to come up. I had a wonderful weekend. I went, you guys know about Teresa Griffin, right? Teresa Griffin had this phenomenal woman on her show last week by the name of Rashada Dewan. Listen, Rashada can sing her butt off. As a matter of fact, she was, I forget the part she played, but she was in The Lion King. And, what was the part she played? But anyway, she was in The Lion King. And she was in The Lion King with my sister, great best friend's son, well, grandson. And so they performed in The Lion King together. And I was like, wow, I know, I've heard of her name before, and I couldn't remember from where. And it was from The Lion King. I was like, that's where I remember seeing her name in the credits and also hearing her on Lion King. But anyway.
If you own a service business and you're still spending your...
Okay. So anyway, it just, now I want to talk. Anyway, she had a show. She was performing at a restaurant. Awesome spot, y'all. It was phenomenal. And I mean, it was open. It was a beautiful atmosphere. Very calm demeanors of everybody in there, calm atmosphere. It was relaxing, and it was enjoyable, and everybody was together. You know what I'm saying? And that's I like unity. I love unity among people, not just all Black people, because we all need to be unified anyway, as far as stress as we is thrown across the globe. I know it wasn't all our fault, but you know what? We ain't no sense in standing on the shoulders of that BS. We might as well come back together and stop all this craziness. But anyway, so I went to the club out there in Homewood. It was phenomenal. The food, I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't gonna lie. The food was good. I'm picky about, I come from a family that cook. I mean, really cooks. And I'm very picky about food. And I cook. And so I just wasn't crazy about the banana pudding. I loved the peach cobbler because he had this heavy, thick, but it was stiff crust. It wasn't that soggy, floury type stuff. Soggy and ugh. I don't like crust like that when it's soggy like an old soggy biscuit. I like crispy crust. But anyway, the peach cobbler was good. I didn't like the banana pudding. That's my fate. That's me. I didn't like it, but other people were loving it. The chicken wings were good. They were good. They were just general chicken wings, normal chicken wings. But the shrimp and grits was off the chain delicious. I could have ate the grits without the shrimp. That's how good they were. Anyway, I didn't have the greens. I had the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese was pretty good. It was a brunch, but it was like a buffet brunch because of COVID. People can't serve themselves, and it's not out on the floor for people to breathe over either. So they were bringing it from the kitchen. So whatever you ordered, you kept writing on these little lists what you want, and they'd fix it and they'd bring it out to you. It was really cute. I loved it. But the music from Sister Girl Rashada Dewan, listen. She is off the chain, a bad mama jamma. Oh yeah, she a bad sister. That woman has a voice for spirituality and church singing. She has a true voice for church music. I don't know. I know she gonna do what she need to do to get what she need to get to survive and live, and because you can't live for free in this world. But I think her real truest reach and grab would be her gospel music, because she has that kind of voice that stirs up the spirit. and had a Holy Ghost coming all around you and making you feel things that you didn't know you could feel from a song. Honey, she got that voice that make you get up in church and stand up and you look around because you're stuck, and yes, you know you get to jumping and you're dancing like this. Ow! You know what I'm saying? She got that voice. She got that kind of voice. And so I really enjoyed it. I sat at a table straight to the back. I had bought a rose just to give her. I bought her a rose. I wanted to get her a rose. I said, I saw these guys, they were selling little roses at the expressway, and I wanted to get her a couple of roses, but I ain't had no more cash. So I was only able to get one. But I wanted to give her a rose. It was the only rose she received too, by the way. Ha. But anyway, I wanted to give her a rose, and because I thought, she's such a beautiful spirit person. She had her dad there in support of her. A lot of people were there in support of her, and it was just a wonderful setting. I can't say any more about it. It was beautiful. It was laid back. It was relaxing. The food was good. The music was off the chain. And guess what? It was $29. I asked the lady, I said, oh, the brunch is 29. She said, so how does this work? Do I pay for the brunch and then pay her for the show, or pay for the show different? How does that work? She said, oh no. The owner of the restaurant said, oh no, it's $29 for everything. I'm like, how the heck they surviving in this day and age, charging $29 for an outstanding performer as well as the food? Baby, wait, hold on. And so I said, they had a little cash bucket up there for her. I had no cash. I felt so bad. I didn't have any more cash on me. I thought I had cash in my wallet, and I didn't. I'm like, whatever happened to that cash? Did somebody take it in the middle of the night while I was sleeping? Or did I spend it like I always do and not have any knowledge or recollection of where I spent it? It just come and go. That's how money always has been. It come and go. But anyway, I didn't have cash on me, but I had a Cash App on my phone. I got Zelle on my phone. So I said, hey, what's her Cash App? So I sent her something to her Cash App as well, and then paid my bill. I'm telling you, it was a beautiful outing yesterday. For me, I felt springy, I felt light, I felt airy, and then I'm an air sign too. I'm a Gemini, so of course I felt airy, right? But I really felt the airishness, and I just enjoyed myself. We danced a little bit in there. We was rocking with the music, you know what I'm saying? But it was a great experience. I would go back again. I like the atmosphere of the place, and it's a husband and wife team once again. These husband and wife teams be rocking, y'all. When you got a real person on your side, on your side. And let me tell you, all marriages are not put together by God. I'm just here to say. You can tell when a marriage is put together by God. You can tell when God is in the midst of these marriages, because they work together, they live together, they play together, and they always together. And it's just like, they had a moments apart, but it's like they don't have no problem being in the midst of each other's presence all day long. And that's awesome when you can get along. Ain't no irritation between the two. Sometimes people are like, oh, I just gotta get out of the house. Oh, he makes me sick. Oh, she makes me sick. But you didn't say that when y'all first got together. When oohs and the ahs was going on, you didn't say that then. So I'm just saying, hey, Yvette, good morning. $29, Bobby. Yes. And you saw the show, right? $29, girl. I freaked out. I thought I was stuck in time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I was stuck in time. I started looking around, and the lady said, is it something wrong? I said, no. I said, repeat that to me one more time. How much is this again? She said, $29. I said, girl, I feel like I'm stuck in time and I'm looking for the time machine. She started cracking up. She said, no. She said, I know. She said, she said, I know a lot of people keep telling us we need to go up. She said, but we don't want to go up yet. I said, if it's not in your spirit and in your heart to go up, don't do it. God got you. God's got you. And they had to close down last year, as y'all know, COVID-19, right? So she was talking to me about that. The owners, well, the lady, one of the owners, their wife, and she was talking to me about how they had to close down last year due to COVID, but then they were able to open back up in June for outdoor dining only. And they do have a back patio. Hallelujah for that. But they're in Homewood. It's a cute little community. It's a mixed community, which I love. And I mean, because you need to learn about people and how they live, white, black alike. And I believe if we all opened ourselves up to each other and understand, oh, this is how they do it, and not judge, be judgmental, or be directive, or directing, or trying to tell somebody. And I don't think you need to be living like that. You should be trying to do this, and just watch how they live and understand this is their mode of survival. Everybody has a mode of survival. Then you'll understand. But $29, Bobby and Sam Cubbage. Look at the Irish. I love your name. And now that I know, I love it. So especially knowing I party at the Irish bar on the north side with a Kubich too. I gotta go up there and see if he's still at that bar, because I ain't seen him since 2019. But especially knowing that the food is good, the performance was off the chain. And mind you, she performed for at least 30 minutes, took a break, came back and performed another 30 minutes. So that was a whole hour right there. Performance, $29 for a woman who's been on the Lion King, whose best friend, who's one of her best friends, or one of her great friends, may I say, is Rachelle Farrell. For real, stop the boat. Let the anchor down. Baby, Rachelle Farrell wrote a song for her, and she sang it. It was beautiful. And just to know Rachelle Farrell, and she's like, that's a great friend of mine. And by the way, it's Rachelle Farrell. I was like, I love her. Her and Will Downing. What a couple of... Not that she can't sing with anybody, Rachelle Farrell, but she a bad woman, baby. She a bad woman. Anyway, $29, y'all. $29. Dig that. And I'm going to have this sister on the show. I'm going to have her on the show talking about her business and her ideas and what came up behind that and all that. So she is going to be on the show. Because y'all know, everywhere I go, I talk about the show. Everywhere. Sometimes I do, but then sometimes I don't. It depends on the atmosphere and what's really going on. You know, but normally, everywhere I go, I talk about the show, because that is me, my brand. And so, yeah, and she was like, girl, she said, I saw my Cash App and I kept saying, that's the lady that was communicating with me from Teresa Griffin's show. And she kept saying, where is she? And she said, I should have known with the energy you exhibited on the show and how we connected on Messenger about coming to the restaurant for the show, because I couldn't get in through the link that they were talking about. I couldn't get in. So she had to send me a special link in order to establish my reservation. So I went through that and I did it. Yay. So her and I had stayed connected that way. And I let her know. And then after I got in and I got established and I got table reserved and all, then I let her know. And then that she did her thing and I did my thing from that point on. But that's how we connected. And she said, with your energy, she said, I should have known that was you over there in that bright yellow and orange. And it looks so good with all that energy and light coming off you. So yeah, I said, yeah, it's me. So I watched her have a ball with her family, and then I took a picture with her and did a little video real quick, and I wanted to post it because of Teresa, to let Teresa know I'm in support of you. I'm in support of the people that you have on your show as well. But that sister's voice is so awesome. You ain't gonna want to do nothing but support. I'm just here to say, hey, Everett, good morning. Kimberly Mixon Dixon, good morning. Good morning, everybody. So welcome back to another segment of In My Element with Neila. And let me go into this because hallelujah, let's get some music in here. Finally, I got a connection, I think. I might be speaking too soon. I think I did speak too soon. So it was working. I don't know what's going on now. But anyway, this is so refreshing. Ah, if you all can do it, get yourself a full measuring cup. You want to measure it, make sure the ounces are right. 1 cup of fresh squoze lemon juice. Not reconstituted in the jar, in the bottle, in the little yellow thing that look like a little lemon in the little plastic. Fresh from a real lemon. So go to Aldi's, get you a bag of lemons and squeeze them, and get you a whole cup, strained of the seeds and all the little things. Yeah, strain it and the pulp. So make sure it after straining it, it's a whole cup. Then add 1 cup of pure maple syrup and 12 cups of spring water and 3/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Shake it up, put it in the refrigerator, and drink your 20 ounces in the morning on an empty stomach. You might want to put a couple of crackers, only 2 or 3 crackers on your stomach before you drink it, if you can't take the cayenne pepper too much. But the cayenne pepper plays its part too, because it's also good with the capsaicin and all that stuff. And it's also good for arthritis and all of that. So it plays its part, but it is an ultracellular detox. And I drink this 20 ounces every morning until that gallon jug is empty, because it's almost a gallon that you make up. And that's how it goes. So, good morning, Dow. Thank you for joining me this morning. So, is there anyone out here this morning that has a business, a service, a page, or a channel, Facebook page, YouTube channel, or something that they would like to promote, or a group, a Facebook group that they would like to promote? If so, by all means, come on board this morning. Come on board this morning. Let me know, put it in the comments, and I'll send you a link. In the meantime and in between time, we still trying to get some music this morning, which we have not had. Internet is really screwed up. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone, and I am not using Wi-Fi. I am using data. I am using my T-Mobile data. Thank God for T-Mobile data right now. Hey, Randall. Good morning. Good morning. Randall and Dial is in the house. Everett is in the house. Kimberly Mixon Dixon is in the house. And I would like to know if Kimberly, if you still here, Kimberly, would you grace me this morning with a prayer? Because I initially wanted you to come on board last week and grace me last week with a prayer, but you weren't feeling well, and I understand that. So, and I hope you're feeling much better today. And if so, would you mind gracing me with a prayer this morning? As you guys know, normally in the morning we do pray, right? We just not getting to the music at 8:30. This is the internet, y'all. This is my internet. I know, right? I need to get Verizon and end all of this on my phone and everything else. Because anything that you want from me, you can get it if my internet is working. See, that's what I'm talking about. Even Jennifer Hudson. Look, you see how she looking? Even she looking like, y'all better stop playing with me. Internet. I know you're gonna let me sing my song. Internet. Whoa, whoa. We gonna go with what it do. We gonna go with what it do, y'all. Hey, Frugal. We just getting up, girl. Internet been freaking. Up to the bone for you. It's your world, baby. It's your world, baby. And everything in it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's your world, baby. I'm going to stick to my day job. Hey, because the Wi-Fi is acting really crazy, y'all. So Ho! Stick my finger in the ground and turn this earth around for you. Oh, it's your world, baby. You know what I know I can't do on here? Oh my God. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I can't even post a comment on my own thing. So, hey, check it out. I'm sending you the link. The link is right there. Kimberly, you got to get it, copy it, and put it into your browser and come into the studio. I can't send it to Messenger for you because if I clicked off, I'm scared I might not get connected back on. And I don't want to click off everybody because it is your world. And it's my world too. And it's your world also. So don't get confused and don't get latent because check it out. It's that time of the year. See a woman like you, baby. Listen, that's what R. Kelly said. We ain't gonna worry about what he say right now. But look, I still love his music. I don't care what's going on. I love his music. And it's mighty funny that you ain't heard nothing else about these women and these girls that's coming up against R. Kelly. It's mighty funny. He ain't even in the news no more. Matter of fact, let me turn this off because I ain't trying to go through this morning. But it's mighty funny. You ain't heard him in the news no more, huh? Ain't that amazing? You know what? Let me try to get Kimberly this darn link. Let me try to get Kimberly this link. Kimberly, I'm going to try to get it to you, girl. I'm going to put it in Messenger. Bingo. There you go. I got her in Messenger. So we're going to have a great guest on this week, though. Right now, I am still waiting on two people to call me about confirmations who I haven't heard from yet. And I know I wasn't going to hear from them over the holiday. I think they went out of town. So, and then one of them, I got a funny feeling I won't be hearing from because there was just death in their family. Extended death, it doesn't matter, but it's still death in their family. So I don't think I'll be hearing from them because I talked to them a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and it took place last week. So I still haven't heard from them. And I know why, and I see why they're going through some things. So people go through things and all of that. So it's like that. Kimberly, I did put it in the link in your messenger. Either you can connect or you can't. One of the main things about it is that's one of the reasons why I wanted to try to do the trial run with you was to try to get you to connect, to see if you could connect. So we never did the trial run. And that's one of the reasons I do trial runs. I normally don't have people come on board unless the trial run is good. But if you can manage that link, if you can get that link in your messenger, I just sent it to you on your messenger, and you do all the things that it tells you, connect your phone, connect your mic, connect your camera and all that, then you shouldn't have a problem. If you have a decent phone plan, I don't know, because a lot of people's phones don't connect. A lot of people, I don't know what it is. Some people say they got Boost Mobile, they don't connect. Some people say they got Sprint, they didn't connect. And so, so I don't know. I don't know. Try it. So anyway, as I was saying, a lot of people are supposed to be coming on. It's amazing when you have to do all this yourself and with a show. It's not as easy as you guys think it is. Now, I already know the coverages know. It's some work behind running the show and trying to get people on your show and trying to get them logged in for certain time frames. And then you got some people that they're going to say they're very responsible and everything, and they're going to show up and tell you this and tell you that. But then when the real deal goes down, you don't hear from them at all. And we go through that. I just want y'all to know we go through that in the industry. It is a part of the industry and how people get down. And so, and people really, you got some people that probably think, oh, her show is too small or whatever, and I don't want to go on her show. I got one sister that I haven't even heard from. So I ain't gonna worry about it. But we gonna God bless her and let her do what she gotta do. Some people want a bigger show, some people want producers and co-producers and everything in order for them to go on and feature their stuff and what they're doing. And you know how it is. So they're like, well, if I got this going on, and so if I got this going on, I want you to have that going on. And I ain't mad at them. God bless you and have a wonderful day. And continue to keep what you got going on. Thumbs up to you. That's thumbs up. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't tripping on you, because people are going to do what they want to do no matter what. So there is also another person that was supposed to be coming on board also, who I had been having cahoots communication with. And I asked them to give me a time frame of when they would like to do a test run, or when they thought they would be able to go on board. And I ain't heard nothing back from her. And I've shot her a couple of text messages through Messenger, and I still ain't heard nothing back from her. So I'm gonna leave her there, because she has a lot of stuff going on. Also, she has a page on Facebook, a group, and I think it's a paid grouping. Um, for whatever reason, she says she was looking for people to join. She want people to join the group, but obviously her people ain't joining her group. And well, the people that is joining the group is joining the group, and I guess maybe she just don't want to market herself. So you can't force a person to market themselves. And people got other ideas of things and ways about going about things, and how they're going to pursue marketing and doing this and doing that. And so, hey, I mean, it's a free platform for them. It ain't a free platform for me. I pay for this, but it's a free platform for them. I ain't asking them for a dime. I ain't asking them to sponsor me. I ain't even asking them to do that. I just asked them to come on board and market their business, because you know why? This platform is built to bring people together. It's built to bring people of all walks of life together, of all colors and everything else together. I see you, Kimberly. Thank you. And 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 it really wasn't built up off of just trying to uh get money. I got a cash app. Y'all hardly ever see my cash app. It's in the credits. So if you feel like you really want to tip the host of the show, by all means, do it. With my cash app, it's $NeilaAdams. You'll see it in the credits. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and they're all the way at the bottom. The cash app is all the way at the bottom, because I really didn't intend this as a money gaining thing. Not that I couldn't use it, because I've been out of work since last year too, since March of last year also. So not that I can't use it, because I can, because it costs me to maintain this. But I wanted to bring people together to share the stuff that they have, and to grow with what they have, as well as to connect and network with people and build relationships, because life is basically built up off of relationships. You can have a relationship with somebody. That doesn't mean you have to contact them every day. It could be a relationship you built with a person that you only probably hear from once a year. Um, but it's a relationship. And in order for people to understand and grow, you got to get in the midst of things that possibly could be an open door for you. And if you're not in the midst of things that could be an open door for you, then I'm trying to figure out, what forms are you using to grow? I would like to know it, because why don't you share that with us? You know, people want to do things, and they want to do things, and they want to grow. Frugal got her page. She wants to grow. One Busy Mama has her page. She wants to grow. Healthy Living with Wendy has her page. She wants to grow. Michael Collier has his show. He wants to grow. Everybody wants to grow, but nobody really wants to come together and join forces to make it happen. And that's where this platform came about, was trying to bring people together to join forces to make that happen for everybody, not just for Frugal or for Healthy Living Wendy or for Michael, but for everybody. So, and they've all been on the show already. So what about you? If you got a channel and you got a page, you got a business and you got a service, or whatever it is, why don't you come on board and market yourself? Grow some more, because who I know, you don't know, and who you know, I don't know. And we could all learn to know more of each other's others. We could all learn to know more of each other's others. Okay. And y'all know where I'm going with that. So that's how we do this. In the meantime and in between time, let me get started with our readings for this morning. So, as you guys know, hold on. Never miss an opportunity to make others happy, even if you have to let them alone to do it. Never miss an opportunity to make others happy, even if you have to let them alone to do it. So you know how some hold on. some people say that, they gonna have to go somewhere. They on my show. Some people say, I'd be glad, I'd be happy if you're gone. And so sometimes, like, that's what this statement is saying. If you have to let them alone, do it. Leave them alone. And that's gonna make them happy. And it never miss an opportunity to make others happy. Sometimes, well, if you get away from me, you'll make me happy. Okay. Bye-bye. There you go, right? That was from the Apples of Gold. I love these two books. I'm telling you, I love these books. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hold on, I never even marked that one. And so, yeah, it just lets you know. People are something else, though. People are amazing. I love people. And people, I love people. I love people. I love the humanness of people. And I love the differences of people. And I love the intricacies of people as well. Because you got some people that are very intricate, detail oriented, and very intricate. And you got some people that are just some people, baby. I'm saying they just some people. You be like, okay. All right, whatever. But that's some people for you. So our next reading from The Spice of Life is, some minds are like concrete, all mixed up and permanently set. See what I'm saying? Some minds are like concrete, all mixed up and permanently set. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to grow. They're not going to do anything. It's just established just like it is. Some minds are just like that. They're going to stay right in that same space that they're in. Ain't nothing wrong with that. When I'm talking, I ain't talking about nobody. Trust and believe I ain't. Because I know I got my idiosyncrasies. And ain't no way in heck you going to tell me and tell me. You can talk about my idiosyncrasies. I don't care. That's on you. You talk about my idiosyncrasies if you want to. No, well. Me, I don't care about nobody else's idiosyncrasies. You gonna have them, I got them. And you got a right to have your idiosyncrasies. If that's what floats your boat, let me put your sail up. Here's the deal, though. When you're dealing with idiosyncrasies, just make sure that your idiosyncrasies are not blocking your blessings. Because sometimes our idiosyncrasies, if we don't pay attention to them ourselves, tune in, they can be blockers. Yeah. Blockers of your blessings. And so you want to check your own idiosyncrasies, and you want to fine tune yourself and say, is this an idiosyncrasy I want? What could it be? See, a lot of times we never pay attention to idiosyncrasies, if they're blessing blockers or what. So check your idiosyncrasies out and find out if your idiosyncrasies are blessing blockers. And if they are, you might want to get rid of them. I just thought I'd leave that one out there with you. Let's bring Kim on. Yay!
Good morning.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, how are you all doing this morning?
Beautiful, and you definitely are. I'm loving your.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Listen, you turn your volume down just a little bit, so
Okay.
it don't crack.
Okay.
When are you going to do your own paparazzi?
I am aiming at June 1st.
Okay. June 1st.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know, because I talked to you about it. So yeah, I'm aiming for June 1st.
So everybody, welcome Kimberly Dixon to the screen, and she's going to pray for us today. We ain't going to have no long show, and I'm kind of glad, because you know what? Guess what? Let me see if somebody in here. Let me see what the private chat say. Oh, that was you. Okay. All right, cool. So people don't want to market. They say, hey, Crossbow Ranch, how are you? I made it. Happy belated Easter to everybody, she said. And happy belated birthday to you too. Crossbow, her birthday was April 1st. So anyway, thanks, Kimberly, for coming on board.
Welcome.
No, Kimberly Dixon. I met all of you guys. A lot of us met through the Michael Collier Morning Show, and then I met a lot of you guys through Joan Brown, and then I connected with people throughout the whole concept of connectivity through this. And so I had brought Kimberly Dixon. She's always infused good godly messages into our content from my show and Michael's show. I wanted to bring you on because your spirit is good. She was also one of the recipients of the gifts I was giving away to the women last year.
Yes, yes.
What new eyebrows and everything.
Oh yeah, we got beautiful together.
Yes, we all got getting beautiful together. It really was a beautiful time. Where there was a treat, their eyebrows shaped and tinted. With my friend who's been on the show also, Octavia, who has this lacquer, but now she's changed her name to About Face. About Face. About Face.
Yes.
So yeah, and so I just wish her well also. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's Kimberly Mixon Dixon again. Okay, hey, I mean that's a Bobby Norman Coverage said it's unfortunate that people are like that. Your show is going places. Everybody's show starts somewhere.
Somewhere.
You know, Bobby, I gotta say something to that. You're right. Everybody's show starts somewhere. And it is sad that people feel that you're beneath them. But you know what? High heads and high hopes and high dreams. They got a right to their high head and high hopes and high dreams. And they got a right to pick and choose what they want. And I was listening to a brilliant young man, very intelligent black male who is very connected. And he's in the UK. And you can tell from his language, his accent, that he's from England or the UK. And so, but he was very brilliant about how people are going to do what they want to do. And is those who follow the spirit and those who follow a different type of spirit. And then that's what he was talking about, was how people, they think and they think they're demonic, but actually they're not demonic because they're mudras. And if you read the mudra is a sign language within itself, like most sign language, but it has meaning to it. And so a lot of people think that the Illuminati, which is an illumination of a body, is a bad thing, but actually it's not. It's what your soul that puts the demonicness into all things. When you sell your soul, give up the things that you believe in to do something or for the money and fame and fortune. And when you give up what you stand for just because it's money and fortune and fame, and you lose sight of who you are and what you stand for and what you believe in, then that's where the demonic nature takes place. And tell themselves, and they probably never can come back. They can if they catch it, but it's a long way to go to come back. A lot of times when you come back, and a lot of people don't want to take the law. They stay where they are, and that's when you call getting into that stuck. So I just want to put that out. Thank you so much. Let me see when I come and say, "Oh, RTE Cake, hey RTE Cake, how are you? Is that Nicola? Who is RTE? I want to know who you are, RTE Cake Kiwi. You could have came on board and featured your products or whatever your services today. This is Market Yourself Monday. By the way, everybody, now, but Market Yourself Monday means to market yourself. It don't mean I'm gonna market you. It means I'm gonna allow you to market yourself on my platform, which a lot of people don't. Just here letting you know, a lot of people ain't gonna put you in their credits or nothing else, because people protect their brand. I have a brand too, In My Element with Neila. That's my brand. Make it and shrive it and scruff it and all that. That's my brand. And respect my brand. I respect yours. But a lot of people do not want to on board with the brand thing, and they want to protect their brand. Oh my God, what? And so they And then they feel like they don't want to share with nobody else. But let me tell you something. That's selfishness. You remember when we were kids and they told you in school to play with play with Stephanie and play with Karen and play with Carla. And remember when they told us to do all those things in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Even and play with Jordan and play with James and play with Michael and play with Aaron and play with Alan. And they told us to do all this stuff in school, and we have to share. But when it comes to these specific brands, people don't want to share that. They don't want to share the screen. They'll share a little bit, but they ain't gonna let you get in too much on their screen. A couple of times, but they ain't gonna share it that long. And then some people don't put nothing in their credits for you. So it's a free platform. If you don't want to share your stuff, you don't want to share your stuff. I ain't gonna make you, and I ain't gonna break you. Neither way, I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. And Bobby Norman Covey said, it's a shame. She said, Neila, it's unfortunate that people are like that. Your show is going places. Now listen, that's a woman of God. I felt that all my life since I started. I felt that my life, this entire lifetime that I've had my show, that it's going places. It has been coming up to a year in August, and some things grow in baby steps. Some things, boom, viral, boom. Okay, mine's a grow. It's a stage to it. Sometimes things that go viral, boom, and never grow back up again. So, so you just gotta, it is what it is, and you put every effort into everything that you do, the best that you can see and be, and then the best never allows you to rest, because as you think you're at your best, your better is still trying to get better.
Right.
So it's amazing. Let's see what we got in the comments. Oh, RTE Cake TV. Hello, hey, CDE TV. I listen to your live. You always give great tips. Oh, thank you, RTE Cake. Thank you. You working on your LLC?
All right.
Love that. Awesome. Get your. Awesome. It's only $150 right now. You better get it while it's cheap. But you don't want to get it the tax. Say you don't want to get it here because the tax.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Happy belated Easter to you, Lisa. We missed you last.
Thank you. I wasn't planning. Oh, I don't know where that crackling noise is coming from. Thank you.
Okay. I can't hear you.
I wasn't talking just now because there seems to be some type of a delay, and then there was some type of crackling.
Mute my mic when you talk, because I'm on my data, because Wi-Fi is really tripping this morning. Tripping all morning. So I'm on my data. But I'm gonna mute.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I know I can.
Okay. What you say, Lisa? That's what I'm saying.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Do you hear my rooster? Yes, I hear you, ladies, but we're on a really big delay.
Because we're on data. It's just, I'm on data. Some of y'all might be on Wi-Fi, and that is just a nice mix. But keep living it. Keep pushing. And guess what? Get thee behind me, Satan.
That's it.
Place in here. Good. So let me see here. Who else is in here? Let's see who in the private chat. I'm hiding back there. I see you. So we're going to have prayer with Kimberly. Kimberly, I'm going to allow you to take it on, girl. They hear your roosters in the background, Lisa.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Lisa, mute your sound, your mic, and I'm going to mute, and she's going to pray. Everybody, thank you so much. We are here. Let me mute you. I got you on mute. We are here with Kimberly Mixon Dixon, Tianci, this morning, but Kimberly, everybody. So, as you guys know, we inhale from the baseline of our stomach, and we inhale a full breath. And basically, the reason I do that is to just center yourself, getting stable and getting ready for prayer. You don't want to be doing everything and then prayer and everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to just be still. And so we're going to inhale a full breath, hold it 10 seconds, meditate, and focus our attentions, our intentions of what we have for today, because we only got today to deal with. So let's start. Let's inhale and do that. Kimberly is going to go into prayer. Let's all inhale. Hold it. Exhale.
Good morning. Let us bow our heads. Dear God, we come to you. We come to you saying thank you. We thank you because as we slept over the night, you were still on the battle for us. We thank you for the rising of the sun to the going down of the same. We ask that you bless each and every one that is associated, clicked on, shared on with my sister Neila. Continue to bless her as she becomes a blessing. God, you know the plans that you have for our lives. So it's in your time and not ours. We thank you for each and every one who has clicked, shared, liked, or even been any part of Sister's message and of her show. I want to thank her. I want to thank you. And I want to ask you, dear God, please go to the hospitals, to the homeless shelters, to the ones that's not able to be in their homeless shelter, that are outside under that viaduct where I am with their tents. We ask that you continue to bless them, get them somewhere so they can be safe, because they may be homeless, but dear God, they are still your children. And we as your children continue to pray for them, stand in the battlefield for them, because we are our brother and our sister keepers. We may not came from the same mother, but I guarantee you, we came from the same father. So in Jesus' name I pray. Amen, amen, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
We got a little crackling, but it's okay. I can still hear.
Wonderful.
Those who are out and about, who are homeless, those who are in homeless shelters. One of the things that we mentioned on the show yesterday on Black News with the man and the woman who I had on my show, Sandifers, they have that YouTube channel called USC. And I watched the interview with Melody Span Cooper from WVON, of WVON Radio. And her daddy started this. I was a little girl listening to WVON, and now she's running it. And she has no children. And so the legacy and how she's going to continue on with the radio. And so she's a passion to want to go into radio, to do with the radio. And she said if she has to, she's just going to leave it to the person that's going to do the best and take care of the, take it. I adore that in her to say that. But I brought her up because of the fact that we're mentioning the homeless and all in the prayer. A lot of people, and I know it's not on you, Kimberly, but it was something that they were talking about on the show yesterday. It was men out here wielding guns in the city of Chicago. There is a gun shooting. There is it's like the darn wild, wild west. It's like we're living in a country western or something, you know. And let me take me off mute. And it's like we're in a bang, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. And for whatever reason, they're going through this. This has got to stop. And I am looking to people for bring on these young men to find out, because the only way we're going to be able to help them is to listen to them. And some people say, "Oh, that's just jibber jabber. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Oh, you got excuses." But you know what? Some people are valid. It's not an excuse. They have valid reasoning to do things that they're doing. And lo and behold, some of them come from great families. So you wonder what's inspiring. I wouldn't call that an inspirational. It was inspiration, but not a good inspiration. And just shoot people and run after people and shoot. People are driving and they're just being shot on the expressway. You know, and it's something going on here. And it's really harsh because the drugs they're using are all man-made. And you don't know what you use. And you don't know how it impacts with your system. So it's a lot going on here in the city of Chicago. It really is. And it perturbs me to know that, only to know that you have an opportunity right now for yourself in this world that you've never had. At least it wasn't this great and this wide open. It's so open right now. You can create a business and get paid. A lot of them is running around here with, they making $30 and $40 off of a pack of drugs. They got to sell over $100 worth of drugs in order to get $20 with $30. And so, if you ain't got people running around here with money, so a lot of people can't hustle. They can't go in stores and steal too much like they used to because it ain't a lot of people in them.
Exactly.
And you got security. So figure out what's going on with our young people and why. Hey, Lauren. Welcome, Lauren. Thank you for joining this morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm sitting up here and all that. And also, let me go in. Hey, Jalen and Kat. I didn't say you guys. Thank you for joining me this morning. Kat's mother said, people do trip. And only share certain, too afraid of someone getting more attention. Barely speak, only interact. I don't be bothered with all that. I try. That you right. Not just one or two, everybody. If I can, some, I treat them the way they treat others. And that's lazy. That's what we got back here. Yes, you can. At least I was trying to unmute you. I couldn't unmute you because you're muted. You got to unmute. Yeah, I can't unmute you. It's on your end. It's the little microphone.
I'm so sorry. I'm having really bad feedback, and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the show, but I just wanted to express my gratitude to Neila. And Joan invited me on the show, and to everyone that's part of the show, for supporting my Crossbow Ranch page. Yeah, since today's Marketing Monday, I felt, yes, like I should express my gratitude. And what Neila is saying is so important.
Well, everybody, let's Kimberly's gone, and maybe they say they can hear you, Lisa.
They can? Okay, so I'm going to finish quick for you, Neila. I just wanted to say what Neila is saying is so important. It's the same as the plant medicine, you know, where people are getting these drugs from and who's making them and what's in them. Similar to a mutual friend of ours whose nephew got hold of some Xanax that was laced with fentanyl. It's really dangerous right now. And also what Neila said about, you know, what it's beneficial when you're homeless, how much money you can make on the street and doing criminal acts. Here in Los Angeles, my prayer is in Los Angeles, they're not trespassing, charging people with trespassing or $900 worth of theft.
Hey, Lisa, can you turn your volume down just a little bit? And back way.
I'm so sorry.
Too close to it. I think it's the
I'll back
electricity.
away, and then
It does that with me. I'm holding mine down because
I'm trying to find the volume. I'm so sorry.
it's just still crackling.
I'm backing away.
Yeah.
That big.
It's amazing how when we want to talk and get something out, then it starts crackling. We can look at each other. There's no crackling.
Let me see. I'm so sorry. Oh.
Look at this damn it.
So anyway, the last part of it was I was just so thankful for everyone encouraging me about camping, about hosting the camping on my land. I don't know who's talking now, but I've literally hosted 20 people in the last 15 days. And it's been super rewarding, showing people about nature, talking about what Neila was just talking about also is there's no such thing as lack or competition in nature. You know, there's no such thing as lack or competition. The man-made concept. There's enough for everyone in terms of food, in terms of business, you know, clients.
Yeah. I agree, Lisa. There is no lack. Let me tell you something. One of the main reasons we have so much going on, dissension between, and the main reasons that there's so much, still so much oppression from those who have oppressed Black people and stuff for years is because they fear that they're going to lack and that their resources are being taken up. There is no lack. At least say there's enough food for everybody to eat. What you want to eat is where people want to freak out. So it's like, oh, it's not enough cows for the beef we want, the pigs, the pork we want, not enough chickens for the chicken we want. I mean, for the eggs, and so on and so on and so on. But it really is. Because if you get into a natural lifestyle of living, see, God made provisions for all of this. He made provisions for what's going to be on this planet. He ain't crazy. He ain't half-stepping at all. We half-stepping as people. We're half-stepping as believers. Because if we believe in a God that we cannot see, and we believe in the fruits, and we believe in the promises, then why aren't we standing on them? Why aren't we enacting all of that? See, believe in all, but you also got to step out on the faith. Okay, if you ain't using your feet that He gave you to step out, or your intuition, or your knowledge, or your spirit, or whatever it is, you get on that computer and that's stepping out on faith. If you got to get on the computer and do stuff, you stepping out on faith. If you get in your house and take a walk and go somewhere, you stepping out on faith. You opening that business, you stepping out on faith. And so, but we so big about faith and Christianity and church and fellowship and all of that, but we're not big about doing what it takes to make this world a better world, not only just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. Because everybody's so busy into their own self. This is a self-acknowledged world we're living in. It's a self-acknowledged world, and it's a rushed world. Everybody's in a darn rush. Let me tell you. Yesterday, Easter Sunday. Most businesses are closed unless you work or you in a bank. I mean, not even a bank, because banks are closed on Sunday, but the security ain't. So security is there, and maybe grocery store or something like that, or a restaurant, bar. Most other jobs and companies are closed on Easter Sunday, right? Why is everybody on the expressway flying at 90? I'm on a side street. I'm not even. It's a 2-lane side street, but it's one of those exchange lanes where it's not an exchange lane. What they call it? I forget what they call it. But what it is like sign off of a road off of the expressway that other people take, that you can take issue into the inner parts of the community, that you can take those side streets. But it's like like Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, an inner Lakeshore Drive and an outer Lakeshore Drive. Now the outer Lakeshore Drive is outside, right by the water, by the lake, and you see the water and everything. The inner Lakeshore Drive is on the inside of that wall, which is and that's where you drive on inner Lakeshore Drive to get to the different streets that you need to get to. So I'm on it, like, for instance, Drive, but it was the inner street. I was all the way out in the suburbs. So why is it this guy, he's all up in my back of my car, inhaling all the gas fumes that's coming out of my car. But the point I'm making is that he's in such that he's way up in the back of my car, like, yo, you gonna make me move? Oh, you gonna make me do 40 miles an hour? It was only a 30-mile-per-hour speed zone, and he gonna make me do. I'm already doing 35 above past the speed limit. Now that's where the police get you out in these suburbs, in these little small suburbs, and side road, and you doing past the speed limit. Oh, the police get you because they ain't got nothing else to do. Cause the speed. Look, so the guy, I pulls over. I don't let him go past. I said, go ahead, don't pay. Ain't going nowhere. He was smoking a blunt, and he was driving his truck, and he was on the back of my car, like he was gonna push me off the road. Like I couldn't even see his headlights because that's how close he was to my car. But the point I'm making is people are in a hurry. People believe and say stuff about God and Christ and Jesus and Lord and church and believers and all this, but ain't none of y'all on faith, ain't none of y'all reaching out to get nothing. And if the shoe fit, then put that sapsucker on. And if you need a shoe on, then help squeeze your foot. Matter of fact, put some grease on your foot so you can squeeze your foot in that shoe. But if the shoe fit, then wear that sucker, even if it is tight. Because the reality is, we are fabricating people. Such fabricators. Such fakers. Be real. Yet then we sit up here and we talk about how grown. When you grown, you ain't got to tell nobody, oh, I'm grown. I'm grown. You ain't got to tell nobody that. It's going to show in your action.
They've succeeded. They've succeeded at destroying the family structure. They've succeeded at taking away people's faith. They've basically done what the UK, the British did to the Irish and other countries. They are emasculating our men who have no longer have a place in our society. The men are their innate ability, their primal purpose is to take care of and protect and provide. And now they have no way to work, even if they had a way to work, and they put everybody into a collective trauma, like our somatic healing sessions, and in crisis and in survival mode. And so when people are in survival mode, they don't look to God, they look to their reptilian brain, and all they want to do is fight and take, right? And I have to say, another thing that's coming up to me that I'd like to suggest is I have a friend here in Topanga who heads up the 5G free, not just 5G free California, but 5G free globally. and she speaks on many radio stations. And I really feel, I'm sure you know, and many of the people know, that the 5G technology is military technology that is used against people. And I feel that all these shootings and things, they can actually put thoughts into people's brains and minds to do nefarious acts and raise the frequency to agitate people, to have them act out. And I really feel that that's part of what's going on right now, especially in the last couple of weeks, that there's some type of agitation that's being caused. I can see it in the animals, and we are animals.
Yeah. So it is so natural way. Good morning. She said it sounds robotic. Velma said this is happening everywhere. It's even happening on the phones. Yes, Velma. Yesterday I had an issue with my phone. Phone calls. I couldn't make none. I couldn't get none. I just set the whole phone off. I said, the heck with it. We're paying for this stuff, and this a sap sucker. That's what Frugal said. Sap suckers. Love it. Makes sense. And Velma said, and natural way of Cuddy. Thank you so much for internet bugging. CDETV said internet is bugging this morning. I love you, Kimberly. Thank you for the. I know you have to get ready for work. God bless you, and have a beautiful day at work. Oh my God, I love it. And so yeah, Lisa, you're right. And for whatever reason, do I sound crackly to you? Okay, I do sound crackly. It just sounded like that. Shake your head if it is. Oh, it is? Okay. So everybody, I don't know what, for the love of money, why we're having these issues. I get to move around because I have my phone. So I get to move around to another set of the other room. And I don't know if it's the room. I don't know if it's my neighbors next door when I'm online. I don't know none of this stuff. I don't know what the heck is going on. All I know is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to kick it with y'all in my living room, because I can't kick it with y'all because when I'm in the studio, I'm having all kinds of problems right now with internet. And so therefore, I come in here and enlighten myself with y'all on and I got to do what I got to do too. I got to do what I got to do. Lisa, you're free to open up if you want to. Everybody, I'm just glad you guys are still here supporting us. And Bobby said, yes, it is making a crackling sound. Can you hear me now, Lisa? Does it sound better? You're muted.
I can hear you, but it's still crackly. I'm not sure what's going on. And just so everyone knows, I've been on a really big delay. So yes, but am I still muted? No.
Yeah, we are. Huh? Huh? What did you say, Lisa? Well, y'all, look like she froze. Everybody, I had to come up out of the studio. Hey,
I just wanted to say, I'm going to sign off since it's so confusing this morning, but I just wanted to say that I would love to invite my friend. I would like to ask to invite my friend Julie Levine, who heads up the 5G free group and speaks all over the country about 5G technology. I'd love to give her your information, Neila, and have her speak to you in the audience about 5G technology.
Would you really do that? Oh my God, that would be awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I would love to get her on the show. Definitely. Oh, everybody can hear this. We need to know what's going on because we need professionals. Just like I told you guys about the internet, how they do surge internet out of our community into other communities. I believe that. I believe that when they had it, now they have these panels around. That's supposed to have put an end to that surgery. But you know what? We've been lied to all our lives. All of our lives. And they're still lying today. They're lying about the vaccine. They're lying about the intricacies of the vaccine. They're lying about that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's going to take every in my body, in my bones, in my muscles to keep going. And I pray that everyone here does the same and find forces to understand. And please, when you find out, share it. Share it with me. Share it with me. Share it with the viewers. Share it with the show, because it's not reality. I mean, it is reality, but this is not a real way to live. God knows they're taking every human form possible and turning it into a robot.
Yes, Neila, yes. So what's happening is, if anyone, whoever, I can't see who's on, but if there's still people on with us, I highly recommend, and I posted it on my personal page as well as the Crossbow Ranch website, that you can pull up the Rockefeller Report 2010, and it clearly states, almost like Event 201, that there's going to be a virus, that there's going to be a pandemic, that people are going to be locked down, and that once they get the virus, they release these vaccines and they get the virus under control. They're going to continue to cause chaos with the general public by jamming our, once we get addicted to the technologies, by jamming our technologies and causing frustration to the general public. It's called out as part of a plan in the Rockefeller 2010 plan.
Girl,
so this isn't a joke.
And please, Lisa, you got, because everybody researching ain't gonna come up with the same thing. I don't care how you look at it. You can go deep and you'll get a whole list of crap.
Well, Neila, listen to this, Neila. The other thing that we're not realizing, in addition to this whole underground economy of, like in LA, while we've all been locked down, all of the strip clubs have been open. Nobody's wearing masks in the strip club, getting lap dances and on the poles. And yes, and on the airplanes, we're all sitting next to each other. You know, there's no super spreader events on the airplanes, and now they want everyone to have vaccine passports, right? And yes, and so forcing us to do this like we're doing today, as much as I love seeing you, think about it in terms of almost like Planned Parenthood still being able to perform abortions. All these things are sins: pimps, whores, prostitutes, right? Drug dealing, abortions. And now they're basically forcing us. What we're doing here, there was someone who did a whole like study on it, is we're basically having a seance. Because I'm not physically with you, like God says, wherever two or more are gathered. Our spirits are connecting over technology. So it's basically, they're forcing us to have seances. And on top of it, people are surveilling our seances, as well as all the children that are on the Zoom for school. The children are being watched and selected by nefarious people while they're on the Zoom calls for school.
I don't put nothing past them.
I didn't want to believe it either. I didn't. And it's all in these reports. It's all in the reports. Literally, Rockefeller 2010 report.
Just Rockefeller 2010 report.
And it's available to the public.
It's available there.
They're not even hiding. It's like hiding in plain sight, like you were talking about the other day, predictive programming. It's hiding in plain sight. If they hide, then it would be a big deal. But since they just put it out there in movies and TV and in these videos, people become desensitized and they take it in, and they don't even kind of care, as long as they have the food they need, because they put everybody in survival mode. As long as you have water and food and a roof over your head right now, you're supposed to be happy.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm happy that I have water, that I have
Yes, me too, but
food, and I can grow food. I'm happy that I have a roof over my head.
Yes. There's a lot to be happy about. By the same token, they count on that comfort kills. So yes, it's like, you know, the animal, like the pig that gets put to slop every day and gets treated like a king, and then gets slaughtered on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
Yes.
they fatten you up like a pig and then slaughter you.
Yes. Watch Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web.
I know. It was deep, isn't it? But it was a movie that children watched for fun, but not a lot of children had questions like that. Not a lot, but the ones that did, those were enlightened.
Yes, even the spider in Charlotte's Web, Charlotte is doing propaganda to save the pig, right? It's making the signs that say terrific and some pig. I just watched it again the other day, just like I watched Animal Farm the other day. I mean, these are all the things that they're keeping away from our children, you know? Instead, they're doing cartoons about Harry Potter and magic and witches.
Huh. I'm looking at my messages. Okay. Yeah. It's amazing how people have lightened up on. I'll tell you though, and I'm gonna say, I was sitting in my house just after I went to the show and everything. I had a beautiful time. I came in here and I sat down and I watched one movie myself, and I was shocked at watching that one movie. But I was a good movie. But I started sitting here and I was just having a moment to myself, a quiet moment, and I listened to kids play outside. They were playing all up and down the block yesterday, loud and thumping all up and down the block yesterday. And I said, you know what, the kids, I remember when I used to be really actively out there playing in the street with the rest of them, and sometimes I still do. But what got on my mind was that people have gotten away from questioning things that's going on. They've gotten from the direct questioning and going inside to research or look for things and find out why. And like you say, Lisa, they've gotten comfortable. They're in their comfort zones, and sometimes we get so stuck in our comfort that that's all that matters. But then we get lost in that comfort zone to the point that we don't see the forest for the trees. We always say. And the reason I say we don't see the forest for the trees, we don't see what's going on right in front of our eyes because of the film of the film eyes, which is the trees, the forest. We can't see the forest because the trees to me is the film that's over your eyes, or the fact that you just don't want to open up and be honest about things that are going on. So it's a lot of issues. People are stuck. They don't want to open up and be honest about things that's going on. They just didn't see it, and they really weren't aware of it. Or when they do find it, they just say, they talk about it, they gripe about it, but they never take any action.
Or how did it used to happen, right? It used to happen where you'd walk outside and you'd see a neighbor or a neighbor's kid and you could sense energetically that they were unhappy and you'd say, how are you? Are you okay? But now they're isolating everybody. So those chance encounters with those questions, and when you love somebody, when you look at them in the eye, you can't lie to them. You break down and you're vulnerable and you tell them. But when they keep you from your loved ones, nobody's questioning you that knows you well enough to call you out and to draw those things out from you. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because this week, even while Easter week, Lent and Easter week, while I had all these visitors, I had more people in crisis that I knew in crisis. A friend of mine was considering suicide. Another woman who came camping here, she has a 1 in a million liver disease, and her son is 2 years old. So that blew me away too. This little boy was afraid of me, and he was afraid of my dog and my chicken because over half his life has been the pandemic.
Over half
a
his
little
life.
boy. Yes, he's like 2 years old, and the pandemic has been for a year and a half. So for over a year and a half of his life, he's only seen people in masks, and he hasn't been able to see anybody but his parents. And he was totally petrified of everything, like the boy in the plastic bubble movie when we were little girls. And I never even thought about that like there are children and they're being born into this pandemic, and yes, and that's all they've known. Like children under 4 years old, almost half their life has been seeing people in masks and hearing about COVID nonstop.
And I gotta thank everybody because you sent to me a link to watch something on YouTube yesterday. Uh, I think you sent it on Saturday night, but I ended up watching it yesterday. It was with Ralph Smart. He's such a brilliant, and so connected. He is in the UK. I love hearing his little accent when he's talking. And he calls people divers, deep divers, and deep dive. Yes, my deep divers. And I love his deep divers. And he's talking about people like yourself, Randall, and ourselves who go deep and dive for the truth about what's going on. And this, I tell you all, if you all are looking to hear some interesting and actually factual stuff that I would say is fact because it shows that it can go a different direction or it can go in another way or it can be done differently if you apply certain things. So I call it factual information. But he's done a lot of the digging and the research, y'all, and he calls it the deep divers. Um, and deep and so he talks about where people are aloof and they're really not awake and they're not connected. They're not conscious. And the consciousness not only plays a part, one thing I have to say about people being conscious. Now, let's start talking about statement. Oh, I'm conscious. Oh, I'm aware. Oh, I'm awake. People that say that. It's the end thing, so it's the coolest and hippest thing to talk about right now. But aware, conscious, and awake is one thing. But taking action on your awareness and your awakeness is another. So I hear a lot about being aware, being conscious, being awake. And Brother Ralph Smart does share a lot of that information, which is great. That's getting it out there. He's putting it out there on YouTube. He's trying to help people. He's trying to help the eyes of those who have had their eyes closed for so long. And I did a 2-hour video yesterday, and it was phenomenal.
Yes, and he doesn't. And yes, and you know what I say? I say, like all the people in the canyon where I live and in California say, "Oh, I'm enlightened," whatever. Like Burning Man people, and I say, when if I ever say I'm enlightened, Neila, just shoot me and put me out of my misery because that's super pompous, you know. I'm never gonna know everything, and I think the best thing that Ralph does, and I urge everyone to check out Ralph Smart on YouTube, but is that he doesn't claim to be anything either. And what he's saying is when he calls us deep divers, you could be a deep diver and you can imagine it like a mermaid, you know, and you're just going deep into the ocean. But really, if you are a true deep diver, what do you encounter in the ocean? You encounter sharks. You encounter, jellyfish, like man of war. That's what a jellyfish can sting you, right? Yes, you encounter sea urchins, which you can eat, but they're also poisonous. So it's very dangerous to be a deep diver. And when you are a deep diver and you're doing this research, like you said, like Bobby and her husband and Randall and Joan and you and I and many of the people, that are family for your show, for the In My Element show, we need to console each other because I like you, there's a lot of things, especially when you're parents like we are, there's a lot of things that we become aware of that I don't want to know them. Like I don't want to know these things. Like Randall and I talk about all the time. It's a burden to know these things. Yes, once you look, you can't unsee what you find. And when you do look, you need to share, whether people accept it or not. That's our obligation as elders, to share things with people and help educate them, because really knowledge is the power for us to know. And the last thing that Ralph helps people understand that we need to, as you were touching on about faith, is they're trying to keep us from God, and we need to keep our frequency and vibration up and our faith up, and be of this world, but not in this world. We don't need to, we have to hold our boundaries, which is kind of what the somatic work and the medicine work teaches you, is to hold your space. So when you hear things, you don't take it on energetically and become sick because of it. They're trying to bombard us with things that we all learn to how to put up almost like a boundary and a bubble and protect ourselves from outside.
Okay. a call coming in. I'm gonna have to decline it. Okay. So, hey, can y'all hear me? I'm back. That was a phone call. When I get a phone call, it interrupts my show greatly because I'm on my phone. So, interrupt the show. Lisa, you're on mute again. So when the phone rings, that's an interruption or a disruption, as I call it. But yeah, I'm actually supposed to be working with the restaurant here, so trying to call me. But everybody, Ralph Smart, go to Ralph Smart on YouTube and look him up. If you're not familiar with Ralph Smart, he is a very, very conscious individual. I'm going to say to go to him and watch his page, click subscribe, and the same is here with mine, and click go in there and watch his videos. He has some very enlightening videos. It might scare you, or some stuff that might make you say, "Oh, that ain't true. I ain't do all that. I ain't got all that." But I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are on this planet, you need to be listening to Ralph Smart when you can. That young man is smart. And it's not just his name say he is really smart. But the thing I'll say is that, like Lisa said, about raising the vibrations and the frequencies of your life and who you are, your vibrations and your frequencies, and staying alert and attuned, but not letting anything around you that is not of life giving to drag you down. So you know everything goes on here in Chicago, shooting up and down the street, people sitting out, I have to sit in my living room. I can't fear my hell, I pay for this. But it's people that sit in their living room and they so I can't be spazzed out and freaked out about, oh, I might get shot. Let me not go. Let me go in the middle of the house. Whatever's going to take place, when you put your focus and your energies on all that kind of stuff, you make it happen more so than you need. When you put your focus and your energies on something negative, it's going to appear negative. If you put your focus and your energy on something positive, light, airy, and beautiful, trust and believe me, it will happen. It is a practice that we all must do. A practice. We must realize time for that practice to enlighten ourselves, to lift ourselves, and to live. You have to. Let me. We're not living because we're in fear of this pandemic. And let me tell you, you don't have to be in fear of the pandemic. Yeah, it's killed over 250,000 in the United States, over 1 million people throughout the world. But you don't have to live in fear. There are things that you should do and abide by. Wash your hands. Dress so your body's covered and you're not open so other people scared, because you don't know how we're catching this stuff. Be frugal and be fervent about everything you do. And don't be negative and don't think negative about it. I know we're going to I already know, right? But try to see the light in all the darkness that's going on in your life. Try to see the light. All the darkness that's going on in your life. Because there is light in your life. You have to let it shine.
See, that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of that we're going to realize that, because we are made in God's image. And yes, when you talk about worry, it's not a coincidence that God made me get together with my son's father, my ex-husband, when I was 20 years old, and he became a police officer, which is the opposite of what you're talking about, but the same as people have to worry about being an innocent victim of criminals. When you're married to a police officer, you could spend your life worrying about them coming home. But instead, at a young age, I realized that worrying is a waste of time, you know, even easier than looking at it from, you know, raising your frequency and vibration, which some people might consider hokey pokey, you know, like spiritual. But basically, worrying is a waste of your time. Like, what's going to happen by you worrying? You're going to let life slip by and make yourself sick by flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline that are like poison in your system. So instead of worrying, it's like, yeah, like where I'm from, which is the East Coast, like New Jersey, we say kick ass, take names, and take care of business. Like, use that worry and fear to fuel yourself to do something positive, you know, to counteract.
Right, exactly. And it couldn't have said it definitely. So my advice and suggestion to you guys, and I am not a doctor, I am not a therapist, I am not Zelma. Put that in there. I ain't Zelma, y'all. She's a therapist. Call Zelma. Call Zelma.
Yeah, call Rapunzel.
Right. Call Zelma, ride or die, ride or die till you take it for granted. I like that. Call Zelma. Y'all need a therapist because she's the one that can give you therapy. And she's good. She's an enlightened sister, and she's loyal she's loyal to her brand, to getting you the help you need. She's awesome. So call Zelma. Zelma say, call us. Call Zelma Higgs, and that's Mahiggs at Rapunzel's Phoenix Counseling Services. If you guys are in need of therapy, and let me let you know, I'll take that lightly because I have a degree in mental health, and I have my in as a CADC, certified alcohol and drug counselor, and I'm gonna tell you something. Mental health is very important today because right now people of all walks of life, and wealthy, poor, white, black, Asian, everybody has somebody that they know that is wounded or has lost it. And before you get to that point, or if you know deep down in your heart of hearts that this is not who you are, if it's means and actions of something that doesn't seem like you might need some help. So please reach out to Selma Higgs in the comments, and her business is called Rapunzel's Phoenix Counseling Services. Once again, it's Rapunzel's Phoenix Counseling. I'm gonna put it on the screen, and I got it right there. As a matter of fact, let me see something. Let me do this here. Now I don't want to scroll it on the bottom. I want to and put it on the screen. Where is that? It just went away from me here. Where is it?
While Neila's putting that on the screen, I also want to let everybody yes, there's Zelma's website. It's really important to pick the person you work with. There's an amazing movie. I just posted a video on my Facebook channel. My Facebook page about this as well. It's called Take Care of Me. And you really do want to choose the mental health counselor if you're having issues to deal with. The last thing you want to do is become part of the system right now. Yes, because there are in LA alone, they've opened before COVID hit. Synchronistically, they opened over 100 psychiatric wards and hospitals, and it's not a coincidence because they knew what was going to be happening. And as soon as you get in these facilities, they start giving you the pharmaceutical drugs like Depakote to put you out. Yes, and this movie, Take Care of Me, that's with Rosamund Pike, is a very important movie to watch. It's about elderly people being taken advantage of and being told that they're 5150 and all of their assets being taken from them because they have no family by these guardians of the state. So it's not a farce. It's just so you know, it's showing you like predictive programming. It's showing you what's happening right now to people that are being told they have COVID and taken into hospitals and separated from their families. They're being declared they have dementia, Alzheimer's many times when they don't, and all of their assets are being taken. So yes, once again, it's not to worry about it that I'm mentioning it, it's to arm yourself with knowledge and to look at what's happening and to prepare yourself so this never happens to you, and to call someone like Zelma instead of having someone else call because you're upset outside your house and they call the police, and the next thing you know, you're taken in for a lockdown, because that's what they're doing with people who are dissenting right now, at least in California.
Or if you're in Chicago, you having a meltdown, you go outside your house and somebody, oh, she acting strange, they call the police, and next thing you know, the police come and shoot you. but either Carolina too, Utah and all the rest of these places where the police are free willy-nilly and trigger happy. And Zelma said, so what you just said, Lisa, she said, talk about that. Yes, indeed. So tomorrow, everybody, tomorrow is Tuesday. I have on board for tomorrow, but tomorrow I have a couple of things that I'm going to talk about tomorrow on the show. One of them is going to be this PPP and applying for that PPP and making the best out of what you get. Not just putting PPP, going to the store and buying gym shoes and heels and makeup and got these stockings, because you can't go nowhere. So, I mean, it's good to dress up in the house and look cute, but you got clothes in the house right now to dress up and look cute. You need to get that money. You need to apply for that PPP. You need to take that money and you need to invest it. If you don't do nothing else, if you get forgiven, fine. If you don't get it forgiven, it's only 1% interest on it. And it has to be paid in 5 years. So I'm just telling you, do what you got to do. Do for you what you got to do. If you had a business or because you're not making any money and you need to make some money, and you couldn't get paid, things just going downhill, maybe you might be a likely candidate for applying for PPP. And then maybe you might not. It depends on how responsible you are. So there is a responsibility dealing with this PPP that you do have to take. And when you get it, you have to things, pay yourself, pay whoever, the way it should be done. You just can't take the money and go shop. There will be reports and all of that behind it. Zelma said, yes, they will. She said they sure will do that. Everybody, talk about this tomorrow, and then tomorrow, if Zelma has time to come on board, which I think she does, we were supposed to be doing the somatic healing, Lisa, with Zelma as well. Don't forget, everybody, there is still a somatic healing that's going on with myself, as well as Randall when he is available too. And then most of the time, some of you guys might want to have a personal session, and you might want to contact Lisa. And remember, charging you guys $20 for this, and $25 for the somatic healing. Was it 20 or 25? Wasn't it? Yeah, $20 for the somatic. Let me know about the somatic healing. The somatic healing is $150 and up session. I just thought I'd let y'all know. And so we're trying to offer it to you for $20. Lisa is licensed, certified as a somatic healer, as a shaman, and all. So she knows what she's doing. She walked us through the process, myself, Frugal, and Tammy Peel one day. And it was phenomenal. They both still have a session that they can do, a private session that they can do if they want to. If they want to come back on board with the group, fine too. So some people are going to find that doing it in a group is better. Some people are going to find that doing it personally is better, because a lot of people don't want to put out there because they're of fear that other people are going to use it against them. I understand, because you got people like that. People are like that everywhere. They will use everything that you put out there and try to use it against you. I've had boyfriends like that and husbands. So I just thought I'd let y'all know they still try to, you thinking you sharing with your mate, and your mate using everything against you. And so, yeah, it's not the people. But we're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking about PPP tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about just healing and just opening ourselves up into enlightenment and taking the necessary steps we need to, finding out all the noise, all the issues going on around us, and addressing some of those issues. So join us tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow morning, as we encounter that tomorrow with our session here on In My Element with Neila. We'll be talking about PPP. And then the next half of the show, I will be talking about just enlightening ourselves. And I'll put a couple of things on board tomorrow, Ralph Smart, so that you guys can hear it. Okay. Hey, thanks, bye. Thank you. And so, because I'm really, my heart is getting people to understand. My heart of heart is getting people to know that there is a way to go about things where you do not allow what's going on around you to contaminate you. You know, and it is a contamination, and they know it's a contamination. And I'm hoping that by tomorrow, I'm going to try to put this, the Rothschild. Is it Rothschild or Roosevelt?
It's the Rockefeller. They're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same. It's easy to get mixed up, but it's the Rockefeller Report 2010 Rockefeller Report. You can Google it.
Yeah, Rockefeller. Because let me tell you, it's easy to mix up. You know why it's easy to mix up? Because all of them, they name begin with an R, and all of them are very well. The Rockefeller Report 2010, and all of them are very well. All of them had their hand into what's going on around.
Oh. I don't know what happened to Neila, if I'm still here, but if people are still watching, I'm just going to add to what Neila said, if I'm still on. I just want to say it's really important. I had a paradigm shift for myself, and that is that I don't spend money anymore. Oh, here comes Neila. I don't spend money anymore. Everything I do, I'm looking at investing.
Hey, look.
It could be
wait, now it's the phone Wi-Fi. Now it's the phone data. Girl, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Look.
Well, I didn't know if I was still on, if I left or you left, but I was carrying on saying that what you said was so important, Neila, and I had a paradigm shift for myself this week. And I realized that, like, I've been panicking about never having gotten into Bitcoin and all these things. I have no stocks or whatever. And even if we don't get the PPP, I was saying that now I'm looking at every time I invest money, but now I'm realizing investing money doesn't have to be investing in stocks. It could be investing in organic food as opposed to non-organic food. Investing could be investing in joining Neila this morning instead of sleeping in. I'm investing my time, right? Or investing my time in certain people as opposed to toxic people. So I'm really looking at, instead of spending time or spending energy or whatever, everything I do now, I'm looking at, and I'm not calling it conscious or anything. I'm looking at it as investing. And I think that's really important right now, that we all realize that. And if we sign up for something, it's not like we're spending so much money on a class, like Neila said. If there's something we're doing, we're investing in ourselves. Like, what better thing can we do? Like when I had breast cancer, I cashed out on my 401k because I thought, why am I going to save this money I've been saving for over 25 years for, like, when I'm over 65 years old or the end of my life, when I'm 43 years old, and I could be investing in it myself right now. So investing in yourself is the most important thing we could all be doing right now.
Hey,
and here's Neila.
Randall said, can I get a hello there? She said the wrong stuff, giving out true info. Hello there. She said the wrong stuff, giving out true info. He said the wrong. I don't understand what you said. Bobby Norman Cubbage said, yes, the plandemic was in the works. It was in the works. Not the pandemic, the plandemic. I like that, Bobby. Ooh, that's a nitty gritty, itty bitty. I like that one. So I'm back in my.
There's actually a movie called The Plandemic that was made by my friend, here in California. It's called Plandemic. You can Google it, and hopefully you can find it. It's the same gentleman. He also created a movie called Thrive, which is also a very important movie if you take a look at it.
I saw Thrive in school.
Yes.
in my
So it's the same gentleman that made Thrive, Mickey Willis. That's his name. If anyone wants to
that's the
Google
man,
Mickey
Mr.
Willis.
Willis.
Yes, he's a personal friend of mine. He's an amazing man. He saved hundreds of people during 9/11. He is a true hero, and he made a movie called Plandemic, and he's been marginalized now because of that. They've taken away his Facebook page and his YouTube page. They took away his website, everything. But somehow, if you can find the movie Plandemic, as well as watch the movie Thrive that Neila and I were talking about, those are by Mickey Willis, and that will explain the whole thing, as well as Event 201, which is Bill Gates Event 201 happened. I think it was in 2001 or 2010, and they were having a gaming exercise with the World Health Organization predicting exactly what's been happening in 2020 and today. It's called Event 201, and that is also public knowledge. So Bobby is right on.
Bobby Norman. Oh yeah, she's definitely right on. Thank you, Bobby, for that. I love that. So, Lisa, I'm gonna say this: you got them friends that got that information. You need to have them contact me.
I already tried to contact Mickey Willis and ask him if he would be on your show, but he graciously said that he's so busy doing other things that he has to deal. He's trying to get on TV, like do bigger things. So he was very kind though, and he said you could show it if you want on the show, whatever. We can always show excerpts from it, maybe work together or something. But Julie Levine, I could definitely speak with Julie Levine, and she would probably be honored to join us and spread the word in Chicago, because it's so important. I mean, like I said, if you just anyone on this call can Google 5G technology plus military weapon, and it'll tell you what it's used for. It'll tell you that it's used to disrupt the frequencies and vibration in other countries to cause chaos. Yeah, chaos and confusion. Yes. And now we have the 5G technology right here. Like, yes. And in your homes, Julie's also a highly sensitive person. There's many people on here, maybe Zelma even sees people too, who may think things are happening for them. If you have your wireless router near where you sleep or your children sleep, that's a really bad thing. You can literally get a radiation, like a Geiger counter, and see how much radiation is coming off these devices, even our iPads. I had a friend who was in the middle of radiation for chemotherapy and radiation for cancer. And she came over and she told me she had just gone to get her radiation, and the guys took a reading and said, your levels are so high. Were you working with your iPad? So that's how much radiation your iPad gives off. All the devices.
And I'm going to say this because my phone is going to cut off soon because I'm out of
Yeah.
Didn't charge it up out there while in the living room area, but I could have, but I didn't bring it with me. It's just too much to unplug. But anyway, I will say this: the radiation is really deep. While you're there and you connect with Lacey, my daughter, please let her know about that. She sleeps with her phone on her head. Oh, a lot. Yeah. And I used to always go in there and find it in the bed and take it out the bed and everything. Yeah. Because those damn things are also known for starting fires. So, and women, when you put your phone right here in your bra, don't do that over your heart. You don't know what that radiation is doing to your heart. And then next thing you know, you got a heart failure because your heart is weakened because of the rays is drawing from the strength out of your heart. It's weakening your heart. So don't put those phones in your bra. Don't put them in your panties. You don't know what you might be neutralizing yourself from having children. And if you say, well, I'm old, I don't want none anyway. That's understandable. But
you could get ovarian cancer or something. We should just all do like the Native American people. They have something called a worry basket, and they put it outside their front door of their houses. And then whatever they're worried about, like if it's mail that comes and bills we can't pay right now, which is something else I'd like to share sometime, Neila. We could talk about what forbearance is and all these things that people could be doing to be helping themselves. Because like we were saying, a lot of people are in denial and they're not dealing with their credit card companies or their landlords or their mortgage companies when other people are taking care of it and getting help. But you just need to know how to ask the questions and ask for the help. But anyway, going back to the worry basket, we have a basket at my house since my son was little. I didn't let him have a phone until he was like 14 years old anyway, even access the internet. But before we come in the house, there's a basket and everyone leaves their devices in the baskets outside the house.
Okay. Hey, Natural Way, no problem. Thank you so much, sweetie, for joining us this morning and staying on board with us through all the interruptions and disruptors and everything. She says she enjoyed the info, and people don't sleep with phone under your pillows. This lady got brain cancer from that. Please tell Lacey about that. She don't listen.
Yes.
She don't listen.
I will.
I love my daughter, but she don't listen. You know, I can't worry because you give them what you give them and they take it and they tell you okay. And next thing you know, they're doing it anyway. So please tell her about that. Thank you, Natural Way. Thank you. Join us tomorrow. We got some good information tomorrow, girl. Woo! And you and I were supposed to be hooking up anyway. But that PPP, people, let me tell y'all, they got so many people have applied for that PPP and were approved of it. They don't like us. I'm just saying, the numbers of us that were that qualified, they got it, was so little that it didn't even matter on the count thermometer. Listen, people are applying for this PPP, and they are getting this PPP, and this is money that you can get either, if not to start a business, you can get it to get your business up and running, get it stronger, longer. You know what I'm saying? But look into that PPP, read up on it. I'm going to talk about the Q's and A's again tomorrow on the show. I'm also going to be talking about the enlightenment, and I'm going to have a little bit of Ralph Smarts on here, as well as a little bit of Mickey Willis. Even though Mickey Willis feel that I'm too small for him, I just got to talking about that. That is something I kind of like. Well, I ain't gonna freak on him. He has his ways and his rights to feel what he want to feel. But to have that and to say, well, I'm looking for bigger things.
No, he didn't say that. He just said that he's dealing with like the FBI and the CIA and protecting his family. So he can't be on a show. He needs to go on platforms where he could save his family and his life and his livelihood, right? Because of putting that information out, he is being attacked.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't mention your name, and yeah, he doesn't.
I thought you said he was like, that's
no, he just.
all for me. I'm trying to go.
No. He's like I said, he was super gracious. He even, he took time out to speak with me about it. But he is being persecuted. Yes, like someone said. You said you saw the movie Thrive. Now, literally because of pandemic, he is being persecuted.
Yeah.
They've taken ruined his life.
That was a whole 3-hour class we watched Thrive.
Wow.
Yeah. We said, when you said it, I was like, oh, I remember that. But I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, you're right. Definitely. We watched Thrive in school. That was a really good movie. A really good one. Really, really eye-opener. So
what a great school, and what a wonderful teacher that would share that with their students.
Oh yeah, she was enlightened. She was also an electromagnetic frequency person who really could. But actually, it was about this was a how can I say it? It was a weird class. I would have to go back into the things about it. It was a really weird class, but it had art and everything included in it. Yeah, it was really a weird class, but I liked it because it was kind of interesting to have all the things that we watched the food movie with the bad food. We watched a movie where people are talking about plastics.
Wow.
And how plastics are polluting up the world. And this was like, y'all, this was like 5 years ago. I watched this movie. And they got this thing with these plastic bags now where they don't want you to have plastic bags, or you got to go to the store and pay for a bag in order to get your groceries bagged up. Now you buying groceries, but this is Cook County in Chicago. You buying groceries at the grocery store. Either you carry your bag to bag them up, or you pay for another damn bag at the grocery store. Hold on, check this out. Bags for free. They bagging up your groceries, right? You paying for. First they said they don't want the plastics in the landfill and all of that and in the water, but you got to pay for the damn plastic. That didn't make sense to me. Oh, we're doing away with plastics, so you're gonna have to buy your bags or carry your bags. Well, what if all your bags is plastic? So they got this thing in Chicago where they make you pay 7 cents and up for a bag. Depends on what type of bag you get. But they don't have paper bags. They got mainly all plastic bags. Go figure. Now paper can go back into the environment, but plastic can't. Go figure. I'm just saying. This is what they do. They make sense out of this.
Where do you think the whole concept of that came from? It all started in California. I met the guy who started that. And you know what's happening now? Everybody's throwing masks all over because they're single purpose masks.
Yeah.
Yes, and the masks aren't biodegradable. So now I hope they pass a law where they can't have masks, because now the masks are polluting everything. They're all over the beach.
Everywhere I go, I see one of them white blue masks flying around. Everywhere. I just picked up 4 of them this morning in front of my house, because I go out and pick up trash in the morning. I just picked up 4 of them this morning in front of my house.
Neila will make sure you're picking them up with a plastic bag so you don't get germs on your hands.
Baby bag. Now you know better than that. You know, dog, well, I just look like this. I ain't crazy. Look, I went out there masked up, shirted up, and everything else. I had my mask on and my gloves.
Yeah, if it's so dangerous and contagious, then it would be you would have to whatever, destroy them or whatever, like in a biohazard container. You know what I mean?
Burn them, because the smoke sends it back out into the atmosphere. Amazing, huh? Everybody, remember this. Thank you so much for staying on board with us this morning. We have been here hours, way longer than I intended to be, but I just want to say thank you. Yes, Natural Way Wednesday. Oh, wait, what is Wednesday? The 7th. Yes. Contact me early after the show. Definitely a Natural Way. Definitely. And yeah, okay. Email the talk@inmyelement.club. talk@inmyelement.club. That's the email to connect with me on through the show. And please connect with me through that, because it's a little bit much trying to go back into the shows, the videos, and find the comments. It's too much. So please connect with me through talk@inmyelement.club. Talk, the @ inmyelement.club. And that's how you guys can reach me. inmyelement.club. talk@inmyelement.club. She said, organite. She said to ask you to talk about organite, Lisa.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if organite is the same. There's one, I think it might be organite. Do you use it to take away EMF, electromagnetic fields? And it's actually a resin, and it's a composite resin with many other stones in it. And you can buy it online. Many people are selling it online now. You could wear it in jewelry, like as an amulet, like maybe Alicia Priester could start making jewelry with organite, yes, and keep it on your body. You could put it on the corner of your laptop. Yes, you could put it outside your house. It's almost like crystal gritting, or almost like smudging with sage, but you're using the organite to keep away the electromagnetic fields from and radiation. And the other thing, since this person is bringing up holistic ways to help with the radiation and yes, and the electromagnetic fields, is you can also take iodine. Like when I was in my protocol after having had breast cancer and had to have the 40 radiation sessions, I was taking iodine drops. So you can go to health food stores and you can find iodine that handles radioactivity, and you could take some iodine drops as well. That's kind of the antidote to radiation.
Yeah, it's just with iodine, you got to really be careful. You definitely need to check with your doctor when it comes to that iodine, because I think of certain levels that it can mess with, isn't it?
Yes. Don't take regular, don't buy regular iodine and self-administer. I'm saying you go to a pharmacy and like a holistic compound pharmacy or a natural food store, and they have it already pre-mixed in little droppers. Yes. And you buy it pre-mixed. Don't drink or take like regular iodine. Yes.
Please don't ever.
No, that's like, what did President Trump tell people to drink bleach or something ridiculous? And people are like, thinking they're supposed to drink bleach.
People actually turn bleach up and drank it?
Well, he said something about people could drink bleach, but I think he was being sarcastic. And then they were saying that he told people, like, who knows? I don't want to bring up a sore subject anyway, but yes, don't drink, because I said something. Don't drink iodine, whatever you do.
I'm loving my nails. It's going on 3 weeks, and they're not peeling up. This is a new place I went to, not the normal place I go to. I believe that they're doing something with their polish that's making it, stretching it, and it lasts only a week, because no chip nail polish is supposed to last 2 to 3 weeks anyway. Well, this is 3rd week going on here.
Well, I know you're trying to get off, but your nails look very beautiful. And like Randall Ray said, I saw your beautiful pictures on Easter in your slick outfit. And obviously those nails were coordinating with your beautiful coral colored outfit topped with your beautiful gold hair. And you looked fine. You look so beautiful on
Thank
Easter.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Zelma said, yes, have it everywhere, organite, have it everywhere. So I'm going to ask that if you talk with Lacey again and she comes by, if you got some organite over there, give her some and tell her to keep it with her at all times.
Okay.
And tell her about that phone. Say, we were talking about phones and the electromagnetic frequencies and the 5G, and I just want to ask you, are you sleeping with that phone in your bed? Because that woman, she just said that woman had head cancer.
I know. Maybe we could talk to Zelma when we have our session with Zelma at RapunzelPhoenixCounseling@gmail.com. We could both talk to her about Lacey because now Lacey is avoiding me because I was taking a motherly role and giving her advice. So I'm in the same boat with you, so you know.
She's okay. So they talked about that, believe it or not, this morning about giving advice and how some people don't. Oh, actually, it was in my meditation with Oprah and Deepak Chopra. He spoke about that in the morning.
Yes, and also just the whole concept of she's a 19-year-old girl. I mean, we could have a whole show on that. I mean, that's when I left home to get away from my mother. You know, there's just something happens at those ages where especially girls separate from their mothers and want to be on their own. So
but so be it. God bless her. Energy going up to her.
Pray.
Light goes up to her. Blessings go up to her. Cover her, Lord, in the blood. Protect her at all costs, no matter what. Give her what she needs. Encourage her, Heavenly Father. Put people of encouragement, of real, true encouragement, of you encouragement in her path and nothing more. And bind the spirits of evil and wickedness away from her and guide her not into troubles, but away from troubles in the name of Jesus. And I pray for that. And I say, so it is and so it shall be. God bless her in all of her endeavors, because I understand you're trying to figure you out and you don't want to do what other people do, because then you're not happy because you're not doing you. So then you want to do you and you want to get away from everybody that's trying to tell you what to do. So then you got to find out how to get them to do it on their own. So, and you're still helping them get to the point of what you're trying to help them get to, because you're going to make them figure it out on their own, but you're going to help guide them, lightly guide them into what they should be thinking about. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. I got to say this in closing. Don't forget, everybody, to reach back and give back. Somebody really does need your smile. Somebody needs to hear some kind words from you. Somebody might really need a prayer, especially with what's going on today. We all need prayer. I'm just saying. Yes, we do. And so therefore, I'm going to say this. Somebody might need a sandwich or a bottle of water or a bag of chips or a cookie or a candy bar or something from you. If you got all of that in your household, it's just sitting there and you know you're the only one that's eating it and you ain't gonna eat all that stuff, bag up a lunch and give it to somebody that you see that's homeless out there struggling. If you got an extra few dollars and you know people standing alongside the expressway and they got little signs, we'll work for food, I'm homeless and I'm hungry, can you help? And I'm a veteran and on and on. And if it's in your heart, please give it to them. Whatever's in your heart, whatever you have in your pocket that you can spare, give it to them. Are they going to go buy alcohol and drugs with it? I don't know. You don't know. They don't. You don't know. Just give it to them. It's out of your hands what they do with it later. Just ask God as you're in giving. Ask God to protect them with it and to allow them to make great choices with it. That's what I can say. That's all you can do. It's out of your hands. You have no power over that. The power you have is in what you do with what your heart is telling you to do. If it's telling you to give, give. If it's not telling you to give, don't give. Then you're forcing something against its own will. So you don't want to do that. But I'll also say this. Remember this, everybody. God loves you. The Spirit loves you. If you believe, or whatever you believe in. If it's something of greatness, it loves you. I just hope it's not the devil, okay? But don't believe in demonic forces and evil, because it's not. And feel, oh, it loves me and you need to act accordingly. Don't do that. Do something different with your life. God loves you. You need to learn to love you so that you can love others. I don't want to love others, but it's all about love at the end of the day. And that's what God says we got to do. And that's basically what we're here to do. So I'll say that. Go in peace with that. God loves you. Know that you need to love yourself so that you can love others. Also, never forget, peace on earth, goodwill towards men, peace, love, soul, and hair grease. And if your scalp is itching, oil it. Everybody, it has been a blast. Thank you so much for putting up with me, putting up with the rooster, putting up with the internet, putting up with everything. And tell the rooster thank you for putting up with us. Because I know it can hear us. I know it can hear us. So tell the rooster thank you for putting up with us too. And everybody, go in peace today. Make something happen. Find out something. Read up on something that you didn't know nothing about, like that 5G technology plus military weapon. Google that. Also, Google Thrive. Also, Google Event 201. I'm just going to give you a few things to do. If you're just laying around and you lackadaisical and you got it like that, that's understandable. I love your lifestyle. Boop. But guess what? Do some stuff. Read some stuff. Come back to mine. Tell me what you got. Boop. In that order. Coverage for giving that amen with me. So that was where 2 or 1 agree, 2 or more agree. So I really am thankful for that too. And Zelma said 14. Oh yeah, great. I know Zelma. But yeah, so everybody go in peace today. Love yourself. Love on you so that you can love on others and make it real love, not perpetrated love. I see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye-bye. Hey girl.